What's up, everybody? It's Monday afternoon, and it's a great day. It's Monday. I'm ready to get after it. This afternoon we posted a video of the home workout for tomorrow, and today I'm doing the CrossFit workout, doing it solo. All right. It looks like a miserable one, I'll be honest with you. 12-minute AMRAP of toes to bar thrusters and box jumps. Legs are going to feel it. Grip's going to feel it. Core's going to be shot. So can't wait to get after it. Before that, we're building up to a back squat max, 2-rep max. Haven't done really any heavy squatting since probably the week that things really started to get crazy here before they even actually sent us home, right? So it should be interesting to see what happens. Hoping to do a decent number. I don't know how much weight I have here at the house, but we'll see. I'm sure I can put something together. But there's a nice little warm-up we're about to get after, and it should be nice. So we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get after the warm-up. Let's go. Just ran through the warm-up, got a nice little sweat going. I already kind of had a sweat before. I moved about 700 pounds of dirt to the backyard to fix up the garden back there. This afternoon, I put almost 8 miles on the road today. So my knees are a little tender. So before we hit these squats, I'm trying to make sure I loosen them up. This is my favorite stretch to do if my knees are giving me issues. It's the couch stretch. You essentially just put your foot up on a raised surface, go into like a Bulgarian split squat type position, lower down, and just try to keep your chest nice and tall. You'll feel that stretch your quads and your hips, get them nice and loosened up. It's really good, opens it up, gives you a little bit of extra flexibility, and kind of relieves some of the tension that your knees may be feeling if maybe you did 8 miles on the road. One thing I tend to do whenever I'm back squatting is probably over warm up, but I always do like a 10, 8, 6, 4 set as I'm building up. And it's basically always the same thing. It's usually the bar for 10, 135 for 8, 185 for 6, 215 or 225 for 4, and then I'll start doing singles and doubles to get up to whatever I'm gonna hit. Even if I'm doing a 10-rep max, I still warm up the same way. It just allows my legs to kind of get going, my body to get adjusted to a little bit of the loading that's going on. So I'm doing the same thing here. I'm about to load up to 135. I just hit a set of 10. But through all those squats, something that's very important that a lot of people miss out on back squats is moving the bar fast, right? Whenever you're warming up, you always want to be moving the bar fast as you can move it. If you move it slow, then whenever you get the heavy weight on there, you're going to move the heavy weight slow as well, right? Ideally, the heavier the weight, the slower you're going to move, but you have to practice fast. So in all your warm-up sets, every warm-up set you do, you stand up as fast as you can. That's key to hitting big numbers. Let's see if it works for me. Maybe, hopefully. That finishes the squat session, and one thing I just want to kind of touch on is strength come and goes, and today it definitely is not there. Look, during this whole workout at home thing, cardio wise, we're getting it in pretty hard, and then there's not a whole lot of strength days just because we know that there's not a lot of people that have the ability to work on strength, right? Like absolute strength with the weights, like we're limited on equipment. So it's like the real first day that I've actually tried to lift some weights, and honestly, it's like a little discouraging. The weight that I hit for one today, before like maybe 2 weeks before we got sent home, I hit it for 10 pretty easily. So it just shows you strength come and goes. The important part about it is that you can't get too discouraged on it. Although, like personally, like I feel like, dang, you know, like I really wish I could have hit more. You just have to know that that's going to come back, right? A little bit more consistently, a little bit better lifting program, right? Just getting on it, it's going to come back. But the important thing is that I got underneath the barbell, I did what I could, did the best I could, and now we're moving on to this Metcon, and I'm sure it's going to go a lot better. All right, we'll see. Okay, so today's Metcon, it's a 12-minute AMRAP, an ascending ladder, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, so on in reps of toes to bar, thrusters, and box jumps. So the thrusters and box jumps, those are just kind of common. They're all common CrossFit movements, but it's kind of the way that you approach them, right? So the toe to bar is going to be one where you need to break it up in what you can do, right? So you don't want to try to do these big sets if you don't have to. I remember there was an open workout that was similar to this. I did sets of 3 the whole time, and I scored pretty well on it. The main thing is because the other movements are the heart rate movements, right? So the other movements are the ones that are going to affect your heart rate the most. So you got to make sure that you keep those under control, right? But they're also the ones that are going to take the longest. Box jumps is slow, thrusters isn't very fast. So you got to make sure that you're moving through it quickly, consecutively, unbroken for as long as you can. So hanging onto the pull-up bar for toes to bar is only going to slow that down. It's going to bring your heart rate up way too high if you're trying to do that. So thrusters, want to make sure that we're extending the hips first before we press, right? Box jumps, want to make sure that we're driving up and landing on the box completely. We don't want any injuries at home, so make sure you're stepping down off the box. If you don't have a pull-up bar to do toes to bar, sub V-ups. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. Okay, it's finally over. Yeah, that was hard. I did exactly what I said not to do, and I went unbroken on toe to bar, jacked my heart rate up, and it killed me on the thrusters. So, piece of advice, pace out the toe to bar. Even if you have the capability of doing them all unbroken, pace it out. My goal was to finish the round at 21, and I got 21 toe to bar. I took way too long on the round of 18 thrusters and the 18 box jumps. I was just completely gassed. On the little my zone thing, I hardly ever get to the red, and I spent a good bit of time in this workout in the red. So definitely going to jack your heart rate up. It's definitely good. In the email or below, I'll list some modifications that you can do for some of these movements, so that way you can get the best workout for you. Good luck, and get after it. See you tomorrow.